Hi, my name is Alex Montoya and I am a LuLaRoe retailer, and this is my gracious husband, David Montoya, that was kind enough to join me to tell you about our LuLaRoe review and our story. Basically, we're a busy, large family and we both work full-time.
We do.
And we have a ranch, which is kind of fun and crazy. And this is kind of about us and how LuLaRoe has been a blessing for us. Take it away, David.
Well, so now I'm going to ask you about your first experience with LuLaRoe. Do you remember when that was?
My first experience with LuLaRoe. So for anybody else out there who is a woman, and I'm sure you can blame it on, so my best friend Megan in California is who got me hooked on this. She's been my best friend my whole life, basically. And she was like, hey, I've got these really awesome clothes. And at first I was it's funny, I was hesitant about checking it out, much like many of our customers. And my first purchase actually ended up being a pair of leggings, which many customers' first purchase is leggings, right?
Mine was.
Yeah, even the guys go for the leggings. So leggings got me hooked, and the reason I was hooked on those ones in particular, and this is the thing I love about LuLaRoe, is that they find niches, and so the first pair I got was actually a pair with airplanes on them, and my dad was a pilot of a small plane. So when I was young, that was a huge part of my life, and my dad unfortunately is no longer with us, but these leggings reminded me of my dad, and that was huge for me, and I went, oh my gosh, I have to have those. So that's how I got started and hooked on LuLaRoe.
Well, how long have you been a LuLaRoe retailer?
We have been, might as well call it we. Because it's been really the whole family. We have been a LuLaRoe retailer, it really has been, since, let's see, technically June 26th, I think, of 2017. So about a year and a half. But I actually put my application in April. That was the time when there was this really long lag of getting started in LuLaRoe. But anyhow, that's not like that anymore. So that was, that's how long I've been a retailer.
Okay. And what led you to the decision to become a retailer?
Ooh, okay. So that actually took me a long time. So I want to say I actually started researching this whole deal in December of 2016. I was a newer mom, and the clothes was super comfortable. And I was starting, I'm sure I had acquired a couple more pairs of leggings at this point, and at least a couple skirts. And actually, yeah, the maxi skirt was one of my first favorite items. It's orange and it has this wheat cream print on it. Anyways, so the maxi skirt, when I got it, I was amazed at just how much fabric there was and the quality of the fabric. I used to sew in high school all the time. And when I looked at this skirt, I said, oh my gosh, I cannot replicate something of this quality for this price. I already knew how much I had spent on my maxi skirt projects at home, and I could not duplicate this. So I was like, wow, I really need to check this out. The clothing is fantastic. And so yeah, so thus started the research and lots of questions to so many people.
Right.
And my best friend, of course, became this huge, I probably text messaged her a million times in the middle of the night. Which she usually was up, lucky me, and so she would message me back. Anyhow, so once we decided it was something to go for, we were all in.
That's true.
Yeah.
More your part of we than me part of we.
Yes.
It took me a little while.
That's okay.
A little longer than her. So then would you say that your life has improved since you've become a retailer?
I would. I totally would. So the biggest thing for me with LuLaRoe has been the self-development. I feel that, and you're welcome to pipe in on this, the last year and a half, I feel like I have actually forced myself to grow in ways that I wasn't led to grow before. And I don't know if that's because I wanted to succeed more. I wanted to make sure this business took off for us. I mean, it was at that point a sizable investment for our family, and we wanted to make sure that we were going to be enjoying this, number one, because this was taking time away from the whole family. And then number two, that we were going to have some positive results. And so far, I would say it's definitely done that.
It has been.
Yeah. So
positive that we dedicated a whole back house on our property to LuLaRoe, the whole thing.
It's kind of crazy.
It is crazy.
What else? Oh, yes, and all the so I made myself notes so I wouldn't forget anything. All right, so research. So I am one of those people who likes to learn continually, and because I like to be a continual learner, I have to talk with my hand. LuLaRoe forces me to always be learning something new, whether it be about social media, a new platform that I'm trying to master, or even understand how it works, how to set it up.
If something didn't work,
Yeah.
how to reinvent it.
Right.
Yeah.
We've also done all kinds of events. We've had events at our
Lots of
house.
events, yeah.
We've gone events at friends' houses. We've gone to vendor events. That was a whole new avenue for us.
That's pretty fun,
and
too.
it has been
It's my
a
favorite
blast.
part.
It's totally our favorite part.
Yeah.
We get to actually spend more time together doing vendor events than anything else. I think that.
Well, like, how you had to research how to do outfits.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Like, so even though I love clothes and I used to sell clothes like retail, I worked for some companies in the mall when I was younger because I liked their clothes and I liked the discount. I definitely like the discount with LuLaRoe. So I had to learn, like, relearn the current fashion trends. And oh my, pattern mixing was something I was not the greatest at. And actually I've learned a ton about it from my 9-year-old daughter. She is so good at just like picking some colors that just go together, and she goes blah 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 blah, and she throws something on and we're like, Alyssa, and she's like, I don't care, I'm just wearing this. And then really her confidence is what puts the outfit together sometimes.
Right.
So it's fantastic.
So that's kind of how you've been able to improve your life, or how your life has been affected by it. How have you been able to affect the lives of others while on this LuLaRoe adventure?
I think this has actually been my absolute favorite part. This is the part that makes my heart burst. We are natural givers. We love to take care of people, and we are believers, and sometimes things get put in our path that need to be addressed, and LuLaRoe has given us an amazing opportunity to, when a situation multiple times has presented itself, that we have been able to help someone in need, because in other product lines that we've done before, whether it be skincare or some other things that we had tried in the past, you can't help somebody a lot with skincare when they're in a desperate situation. But let me tell you, clothes was something that we have helped people so many times. One of our friends,
Jamie, remember?
Yeah.
Jamie, she was doing laundry at the laundromat, and she had left her clothes in her car, and she went to go do something else, and somebody had broken into her car and taken all of her clothes, because she had just done all of her clothes, because she's in college, waiting till everything's dirty before you go wash it. Sorry, Jamie. And somebody broke in and took every single item of clothing that she had. So Alex was able to.
We hooked her up. In that very moment, I knew that I had this great opportunity and this blessing that I could bless other people with. And needless to say, we did. I had her come over, and it was so funny. She actually told us, she goes, I was just making fun of LuLaRoe. I'm totally calling her out.
Yeah.
But we're very candid. That's just us. But anyhow, she was like, I was just making fun of that company the other day. And now she's like, oh, I have to eat my words. And she actually fell in love with it. She loved every piece that she came and tried on. And we got her some leggings. We made sure she had an outfit for her current work situation. We made sure she had an outfit for going to a business interview, among other things. We're not trying to just say that we did all these wonderful things, but being able to do something like that on a whim for somebody was just such a great experience. And then of course, our biggest thing I've gotten into the last 6 months has been fundraising. So fundraising, we've been able to help out some really wonderful causes. We've helped an animal rescue. We did the Houston floods.
Yeah.
We've helped out a Duchenne muscular dystrophy one that we just did. We've helped, I don't know, I feel like, a cycling one.
Yep.
We did a cycling one around El Tour, which here in Tucson is a huge big deal in November of every year. And so it's just been really fun to be able to support causes that we are all behind anyways, and then be able to just give even more, and
Yep.
have our friends and all of our consumers who really are like our friends and family jump in and help too. And it helps that, they feel better too when they're helping something else.
That's true. Yeah. Okay, so tell me about some positive experiences you've had with other retailers.
So I've actually had so many positive experiences with other retailers, and I know you know this. So
Because I've been over there.
he's been with me with meeting so many people, and Lula husbands as well. And I'm always like, hey, you got to meet this one. They're
Yep.
really cool. They're so nice and they're so helpful. And I feel like I'm always the young pup, and because I've met so many retailers that have been in this for a long time. And my team is actually in California, so I'm not close to my team. So finding other retailers locally, once I kind of got in and they helped me network and they helped me find the groups, they've all kind of like adopted me in. So I have like multiple adopted teams here in Tucson, which has been so fun for us. We've met so many amazing people. They've all
Fun people.
fun, yeah.
Positive. Fun, positive, energetic. Yes, very helpful.
Yeah, and they're all so nice, and I feel like I say that over and over, but they've helped teach me. Like, they've taken me under their wing when I ask them a question. I'm like, do you mind sharing something about how you work your business? And they are so offering and just humble and, I don't know, forgiving of like, they just give you whatever you want to know. Like, I haven't had anybody.
Which isn't normal in a competitive type of a business where you have reps like that. Oftentimes it's more competitive than it is, that I've seen, very helpful.
Right.
Like, yeah, let me show you how to do it right.
Yeah.
Let me show you how to make more money.
Yeah, let me show you how this works for me.
Yeah, exactly.
And my group and
Yep.
my team. And yeah, it's been super helpful for sure to find these other people that have been like my mama birds.
Definitely. How about some positive experiences with customers?
Oh,
There's
I
lots of those, too.
love my customers. So of course I started with my close-knit friends and family, and it kind of grew. We've met some people online. We've met some people at events. We've met people. One of our events that we did was at a running race. And so now I've literally got people like across the country, and of course their families. And it's been so fun. One of my favorite stories, like, you don't realize how important you are in someone's life until they share a heartfelt note with you. And luckily I've received a few of those, but I have one customer, and when she watches this, she'll know who she is, that told me and actually wrote me a letter, and I'm going to try not to get emotional. But she has some health issues and many times had to be in the hospital the last year or two. And when I was first starting off and doing lots of lives, and Alyssa, my daughter, was helping me with those lives a lot. And her favorite thing to do is to tell jokes. So every like 10 or 15 minutes we would take a joke break, and everybody would have to guess the answer to Alyssa's joke. And lately it's been riddles. Sometimes it's her favorite food. Anyways, it's really fun. But this customer wrote me a note to tell me that when she was in the hospital, struggling with something that was really difficult for her, the thing that she looked forward to every single night that she knew we would be on was us. And that we provided like this really great, it wasn't just entertainment, it was a connection that she felt with us. And that has been really wonderful. And of course, luckily she's not the only one who's told us good stories,
Right.
and felt great connection with us. And I know that happens in other retailers' lives too.
Yeah. How about home office? Have you had positive experiences with the home office?
I have. I'm trying to think of a few instances I've had. One was when we went to the warehouse where we
That
got
was
to
so cool.
we got to pull our own order. That was David's like first real realization of what this company was.
Right, and it wasn't so much pulling your own order. That was kind of fun. And one thing, it was how they put everything together and then counted it for you. It was so cool. And then the whole automation system that they had going, they explained the other part that was coming on that was going to be even further automated. So it was the technology that they have behind their whole back-end
production
system was just amazing.
And
I've never seen it before.
Yeah. If we're kind of nerds, so we like things like
Slightly.
that. We like things like that.
Yeah. How do you make things easier and automated so that you can have other people do something that they love to do instead of these monotonous, repetitive type things?
Right.
Yep.
It was so that was a great experience. And then I've had like one other thing where I tried to register for something like an event, and I had struggles with it, and I just messaged through home office, and at that point the online support was fantastic. The other day I had to call to ask a question, and on the phone I was treated very respectfully, and they were courteous, and it was a speedy answer. So luckily I have not had any issues or any experiences other than positive experiences with our home office. So that's pretty much, that's what I got. Let's see, and I guess that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for us.
Is that gonna wrap it up?
I think so. So if you have any questions for us, please feel free to comment below or message us either through YouTube, of course, or you can email us at LuLaRoeAlexMontoya@gmail.com. You are welcome to follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/LuLaRoeAlexMontoya. Let's see, I have an Instagram, it's the same. You can also click the like on the bottom of this and or subscribe if you want to see some more videos from us, and of course tell us what you want to see. We're happy to share videos about our family, how it works with the business, or questions about styling or clothes or just about anything probably.
Yeah, I'm really good about that, by the way. If you want to ask me styling about clothes, send an email, I'll pick it up.
David will take
I can help you out with that. I'm always telling her, no, that doesn't go.
All right.
Sometimes it does.
All right. Well, this was our LuLaRoe review. I hope you guys enjoy.